hard to believe, but the River Concert Series is just a matter of weeks away. And what you've been watching is some of the footage from past River Concert Series. And with us today is Maestro Silberschlag. It's nice to have you. And I can't imagine what it must be like to be you. What a beautiful thing that you do and you bring, and it's fun and it's exciting.
Yes, conducting is a real passion, and making music has to be a passion because it has its ups and downs. But there are times when it's thrilling beyond belief. I conducted the London Symphony at Abbey Road Studios where the Beatles recorded, and I felt myself during the recording session I felt my brain actually become smarter. I could just feel like more activity. It was a physical thing. Of course, it cost me hair as well, but I don't know what to say about that. So it was a trade-off. But yes, when it's working, when music is working and it's the right tempo and the right breeze and everything, it's sheer magic, and you can understand why all the religions integrate music so effectively because it's really a way of connecting, yourself to something greater.
It sure is. And I love speaking with people that love what they do, and it doesn't matter what they do. If they love what they do, you get a chance to experience and really connect with somebody that just has such a passion for what they do, and you really have brought that to Southern Maryland.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate, really, to have come from a music family, to marry into a music family, and my sons are now. One of them is just getting his master's this week in New York City. His master's in music at age only 19, and my younger son, talented horn player, that's already at St. Mary's. And yes, one time I went over to the health center because I was feeling very anxious, and this was years ago. And the nurse said, Jeff, he says, your life is music, but it's not all music. Yes. That's right. Check my blood pressure. So.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, as we mentioned at the start of the segment, the concert series for this year is coming up in just a few weeks. June 21st is the first Friday.
That's right. We're going June 21st through July 26th. It's 6 concerts that are right here on the grounds of St. Mary's College, and the community has really stepped up, and we're very grateful to them. There's still always more. We need frankly, we need to finish off fundraising this season and start really for next year, because that's the way fundraising is. It just continues. But we're luckily in good shape, and the concerts we anticipate to be beautiful.
Wonderful. Can I ask you to take off your music hat and your conductor hat for just a moment? Let's talk business, because as these segments have been airing over the last several weeks, and we've been reminiscing about the concerts, and we've been talking about what's coming, and we've mentioned that the concerts for the last 15 years have been free to the community, but behind the scenes there is an expense because you pay professional musicians, and of course they're set up and tear down and what have you. But one thing I had somebody ask me, because anytime there's fundraising, people want to know, well, where does the money go and what have you. When the musicians come in and they get paid for being part of this, they're not getting rich by any standard. It's really a passionate love offering.
Yes, well, we work against the guidelines of the American Federation of Musicians Union contract. And so this is what people do. This is, maybe there should be some system like Blue Cross Blue Shield where you could just pay into the system, and then you could take your concert off on your music insurance card and submit it just like going to the doctor. But so what people don't, I think, realize that are not in the music or art world is that the musicians, we have 2 to 3 concerts a week, rehearsals a week of 3 hours or more each, and so we go through all the music, working on all the details. The musicians are required to practice their parts before that, and most of them have, this is not just a group that just happens to wander on there. They have their violin. They found a violin in the closet, and now here they are. Most of these people are educated the same amount of years as someone goes to medical school or dental school. So these are highly trained professionals, and they come down through the rehearsals and the concerts, paid a union contract, and really, the musicians make, I don't know if it's right to say, but they make about $450 per River Series concert. But that's broken up over 3 rehearsals and the concert, and in 104-degree weather or in other type of things. So it's expensive to field. Now, by the way, that's roughly, in terms of financing, we do everything at River Series with the musicians and the guest artists at about $200,000, and the infrastructure is also about $200,000. But the Baltimore Symphony, which does run for the year, we run for just 6 weeks, their operating budget is like $40 million. So they're 100 times more.
And I appreciate so much what you've said, that the transparency that you are just giving the information. It's dry, it's not as much fun as some of the stories you've told, and it's not as, as some of the other parts of the series, but it's important because we really want to educate the community, because the River Concert Series has shifted just a little bit. You're not going to see it when you come to the concert. You're going to see Maestro up there leading, and you're going to hear beautiful music, and you're going to see beautiful cultures from around the world and around the areas coming in to bring this music series. But what is different is that the Chesapeake Orchestra has taken it on because they said, this is valuable to the community, but it's going to have to be done a little bit differently as far as who shoulders the cost for this, that, or the other. And I appreciate the fact that you've really explained to the community, these are professional people that come in to bring world-class music into our community.
And of course, the soloists are who come from from outside of our community completely, and who have national reputations and international reputations. They're much more than that. They're in the neighborhood. Some are 5,000. Sometimes, when we're really rich, a couple of soloists have cost us 9,000 or 10,000, and that's still, when to give you context. When Luciano Pavarotti, the famous Italian tenor, would do a benefit concert, he would still be paid $125,000 for his appearance.
Benefit concert.
Yes, benefit concert. And let's not forget, the real inequity really between sports, for instance, where we watch somebody make $120 million for throwing the ball, luckily well, and then a musician is making, $400 for that. So it's no surprise to your listenership that there's a lot of inequities in this situation, but this is the career that we love to do.
Right, and I think that's the thing is that you love to do it, you love to bring it to the community, because I think looking at the caliber of the concerts, the performers and the artists that you bring in, easily this could be a $75 an event.
Yes,
ticket.
Absolutely. You can't even go to a ball game in Baltimore without spending $100 a person. It doesn't matter where you sit. By the time you get the parking and you get to spend $7 for a hot dog, you're spending $100 a person. And the same thing, if you go up to the Kennedy Center to see the National Symphony or the Meyerhoff and Baltimore Symphony, you have to spend between $75, $100, $150 a person. It's an all-day event in terms of driving and driving back. So we're bringing that same level. Many of our soloists have also go on to perform with the Baltimore Symphony or the National Symphony in Washington or other. It's the same level. We're just bringing that event to St. Mary's County.
Wonderful. And we draw your attention to these facts and this drier side of the music, if you would, because we'd like to ask you to join with us and partner with the Chesapeake Orchestra. You can go online, chesapeakeorchestra.org, and join wonderful community leaders such as Toyota Southern Maryland. You can join with other partners and people that you know in the community and be a part of this. You can donate in one of 3 different ways. You can make a one-time donation by check. Thank you. That's wonderful because they all add up and they all make a difference in our community. You can partner regularly through PayPal if you'd like, or you can become a member of the Chesapeake Orchestra and really just make a commitment for a long period of time. There's so many ways to do that, and the concert series is coming up very quickly, June 21st. What if this is like asking you who your favorite child is, which is always a deadly question, but what are you most excited about, would you say, if you had to, because I'm forcing you, about this series this summer?
Yeah, that's a really hard question. I think that what I'm most excited about is this new relationship between the community and the orchestra. Of course, I'm excited about Tchaikovsky's 6, and I'm excited about, I think that the closing concert of the waltzes and music from Vienna will be very fun. But right now, what looms, because actually there are 2 things that you should say about giving money. One is when a person gives money to an orchestra or to any nonprofit entity, they also become part of that family.
Yes, they do.
And so it's not just just making a gift; it's also becoming part of a larger community. And so of course we do lots of social events throughout the year, and that puts you in our view to be involved in those events. And also, of course, I have to say that we are now a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so their gifts would be tax deductible if their accountant says so. So
right.
So, you know, I'm excited about the future of the orchestra and the future of the arts really in St. Mary's County, and it's very important in this difficult period that we sustain all the things that are important to us, because we might wake up in a couple of years, you know, and these things could be gone. And even if the economy turns around, which we hope, you know, then
once something goes, it's hard to resurrect it.
I think it would be really hard to resurrect the River Series as it exists now if we would lose that.
And you can partner with us and be a part of this family. And you're such a delightful face for the Chesapeake Orchestra and for the arts. I love how the feature of these conversations is to talk about the Chesapeake Orchestra and the River Concert Series, but you work in your passionate love for the arts in our entire county. And that's something that I think is really important, is how much St. Mary's County bands together in small circles and then concentric circles bigger and bigger and bigger to take care of our entire community. And you do that so well.
Well, you know, last year we invited several of our kind of local stars. You know, when we first started, and this had to do with BRAC, we've been very influenced by the military's fortunes in St. Mary's County. When they first had BRAC, the Chesapeake Orchestra and River Series was founded because the people that were coming from Philadelphia and Bucks County and Crystal City, they were used to having a high-end cultural life. And at that time, those people that first came said, you know, we don't want local, we want, you know, national artists, you know. And then, you know, the environment changed a little bit, and people said, you know, why aren't we using some of the local artists? And so last year, not only, but last year we made a big effort to reach out to some of our local stars, which we'll continue to do. You know, I think that St. Mary's County, and I've said this before, has a real opportunity to have an extra personality or extra profile as a music county.
Absolutely.
You know, not only the most important defense community in the country, but also a big arts and big music community. And I try to do that a little bit with some of those local artists, and we'll continue that direction. And we are all trying to do the same thing, I think, here.
Well, I have two girls in the public school system, and I have one that's in chorus and one that plays violin. They need to see where they can go with their music, and coming to events like this says, oh, I want to be like that one day.
And that's very interesting, because, you know, since the history of the River Series, we have a whole bunch of wonderful young people that have come from St. Mary's County and gone on to music careers. There's Julia Henderson, who's over in Oberlin now, and the Lyons sisters are looking at a big conservatory. They're talented violinists who have played with us before. There's my son's one is finishing at Manhattan School, the other one's already studying at Juilliard with the Juilliard teacher. But there's a whole group of people that understand and believe that that music is a viable career. And that's true. It is a viable career, but you have to really have tenacity, you have to be very talented, and you have to, you know, you have to make music happen. And that's what we're trying to do now here with this, for a lot of people.
That's right. For a lot of people today and for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen together. Jeff, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I am so excited to see what this summer brings.
Thanks for your time.
All right. Make sure you go online. Do it right now before you forget. There's so many things that get in our way every day, and so we really encourage you to become a part of this. Do it right now. ChesapeakeOrchestra.org. Become a partner with us. And our thanks once again to Toyota of Southern Maryland for helping to make this possible on MetroCast Channel 10.
See what it's like at Toyota of Southern Maryland to get our best deal and trade your car no matter how much you owe. During this event, drive a new Camry as low as $179 a month or Corollas as low as $149 a month. Get our highest trade for your car, our lowest price, and financing starting at 0%. Ask about no payments all summer long. An unbelievable car buying experiences right here in Lexington Park at Toyota of Southern Maryland. See what it's like to have a dealer value your business.